Okay, we're back. It's now 11:42 a.m. Tuesday, October 15th, 2019. This is Steve. I'm in Medellin, Colombia, trading my futures, and I'm still in my lean hogs position. I shorted it, and it's turning. Remember, I said, well, it breached. It went to the top of the Fibonacci retracement. It just got tired and says, "Screw it, I'm heading down. Me and the piggies and the money are going down." So it's probably going to come lower, and I'm $20 ahead right now. Man, it's noisy out here in the street. I'm in the hotel. I'm in the terrace of the rooftop. Wow. Everybody gets impatient when the traffic gets blocked. You got guys out in the street trying to sell T-shirts and stuff. Be a rough way to make a living, wouldn't it? Your income is dependent on people buying shirts. Not easy. Okay, now I'm up 50 bucks. When you find something like this that's working, you just stay with it as long as you can do it. I mean, you can make $500, $1,000, $1,500 in one day. You know, 100, 150 up and down, up and down, up and down. In about an hour, 20 minutes, 80 minutes from now, the lean hogs will close around 1 o'clock and won't reopen until tomorrow. So I've got to get this money off the table and just be grateful for what I did today. I haven't had any bad experiences other than maybe, well, two. When I first got here, trying to get a taxi to the hotel, I did my best using my translator, and the guy kept pushing me to use. Well, I tried the ATM at the airport, and when I went to use the ATM, it had how much do you want to take out, and I put in 600, and then there was a decimal point followed by 000. Well, in Colombia, the dot is a comma. In the United States, a dot means it's a dot. $600, right? But no, here it's 600,000 pesos. So I couldn't get what I thought the ATM to work. So I said, well, I'm going to have to pay you in Mexican pesos. And I had the money to do it, but he didn't understand that. And he says, nope, you're going to have to use the ATM here to do it, otherwise you're not going to get a taxi ride. And man, I tried my hardest, my best Spanish to speak to him using Google Translator. I think he understood, but he wanted to be sure he was going to get paid. And he didn't understand Mexican pesos and the currency conversion. After an hour and a half of screwing around with him, I called the hotel, and I could hardly hear them because of the noise in the airport. But we got it worked out. I had to find somebody else in the airport that spoke good English, or could translate my English to Spanish. But it was a little shaky at first. And then I went to try to convert my pesos, Mexican pesos, to Colombian pesos, at the little kiosk where you exchange money. And man, I don't know, 10 minutes into it, she goes, well, you're going to have to, sign these papers. You're going to have to give us an imprint of your finger, your thumb, and also a copy of your passport. And I'm thinking, I'm just trying to exchange money. Why do you need my fingerprint? And I thought, no way in hell am I doing that. So I didn't do that. I was a little upset that she kind of lured me into that. It wasn't until I started doing the paperwork. Well, we need your, your imprint of your finger and thumb. And I said, por qué? Why? Oh, it's, regulation. And I thought, nope, not doing that. So I walked away from it. I was a little upset. So I got it worked out. I got here to the hotel, got my reservation in, no problem. And then, since I've been here since last, Wednesday evenings, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm now 6 days here, and I've still got another. I'm here for a total of 21 days, so I got another 15 days, 2 weeks, something like that. Yeah, 2 weeks. So I was trying to take a taxi from kind of where I am at the hotel to go to Hooters to have some food and watch some football, right? So I, get in the taxi. Hey, can you take me to Hooters? Oh yeah, no problem. So I get in, and I could just kind of feel and sense that he didn't know where Hooters was, and it was only like 4 or 5 minutes to walk. But I didn't feel like walking at 9 o'clock at night. And so before I know it, we're like heading out of town. And I said, hey, where are you going, man? I said, don't you conosco? You don't know where Hooters is? No, my GPS on my phone not working. And I thought, oh boy, I'm going to get jacked. And I think I might have said the word policia. I'm going to have to call the police to help. And about that time, oh, okay, wait a minute, no, I got to go this way. He ended up coming back to Hooters. I was, instead of being 4 minutes away by walking, suddenly I was 15 minutes away. And I didn't want to get out at 9:30 at night and walk by myself, so that was a little scary. 30 years ago, Medellin used to be the #1 most violent, most murders of all cities in the world 30 years ago. And that's when, Pablo Escobar, the cocaine patron, ruled this area. So the city has a reputation. It's not violent like it was 30 years ago, but these kids that were 15 years old 30 years ago are now in their 40s, maybe early 50s, so they remember all that. But other than that, it's been pretty good. Okay, now I'm up $50. It's almost 12 noon and it's 11:50 Tuesday morning. I've got to make the hogs is going to close. The futures in hogs and cattle close around 1 o'clock. So I've got to make a decision here within the next hour. And right now it's in one of these areas where it can either go either way. I think it's going to go lower. You're busy. Mucho negocio. Yeah, really. Back to Bogota? Yeah.
Pero tengo familia acá.
Oh, familia?
Sí.
You use WhatsApp?
¿Cómo?
WhatsApp? Yeah, that's good. Mucho popular in Mexico. Yeah, mi vive Mexico 7 años. No más Estados Unidos. Malo. No, malo. Malo. No, mucho dinero for, renta, departamentos, comida, just very expensive. Yeah. Okay, so this video is 10 minutes long. I think I'm gonna stop it. It's trying to it's forming a base here. Let me draw a trend line real quick. And let's do this color here. Okay, so we've already passed here. It's forming a base. You notice how all these little tips line up? I don't know what it's going to do. It kind of looks like it wants to go higher, which means I'm going to lose money. So I may just take the money off the table and get out of this thing. I think I am. I sold it, now I've got to buy it. Okay, I'm out of it. So I shorted it. I bet it was going to go down. It did. I made 30 bucks. I'm out of it. Don't have to worry about it anymore. Get all stressed out. When you start seeing a base formed here, and then you got this little green thing here, and it's fairly long, it probably wants to go back up and hit this. I don't know. These things get tired. The machines are like, wow, what are we going to do here? And it just stalls out. And it stalled out at 11:42. It's 11 minutes ago. It's a long time in the future just to wait around. I don't want to do it. Better to take your 30 bucks off the table. So there you go. I think I'm going to end it for today. I got to get some food in me. Hope you all enjoyed it. This is Steve in Medellin, Colombia. It's almost 12 noon, Tuesday, October 15th, 2019.